In this video, we're going to weld that flange to this 90-degree tube, and we're going to take it off and weld this little short tube to that flange. Check it out. So we're going to weld some V-band flanges onto some 4-inch tubing. This is a 90-degree, I don't know how long the leg is here, but it's already a pre-fit piece for the car. It's from my buddy Tanner, him and his dad's project they're working on. It's got some more tubes to put together on this deal, but we're going to start off with this flange. There's a nice little lip on there. I think he said this is motion stuff, or I think for sure he said this one is. This one comes out of the turbo. We're going to clamp it and weld it. I got this one set up first. It's all centered on the turntable. I got these cool little steel clamps. They hold that down to the plate. Got my armrest here. Pretty important key to welding on the rotary turntable, which is this apparatus, is to be comfortable. So I'll rest my hand, and when I'm doing this, I'm going to put the camera in this holder here, and you'll see it. I'll rest my hand here, and my left arm will be up here feeding the rod. If the more comfortable you are, the better weld you can produce, and we want the stuff to look good. I think he's polished this. Obviously he's polished this. I don't know if he got it like this or if he already did this by hand. Some of these tubes you can get already polished. Usually I knock the polish off, but I'm not going to do that here because he wants to polish the whole system. So I don't want to produce any unwanted scratches to give him some more work. So if it doesn't weld awesome, yeah, no big deal. It's going to be polished up and kind of blended in, and it'll look the way he wants it to. This one obviously is not polished, so we're just going to tack it. We're going to put it up on the turntable and weld it up. So I'm going to get the phone in the holder here and light this rascal up and weld it. Here, I'm going to be sitting really low because when this 90-degree comes around about right here, I'm going to have to duck my head just a little bit for it to get past my helmet so that I don't have to start and stop. If I have to start and stop, if I have to stop and restart, I will, but that's the whole plan here, is to just make it one weld, and I'll just have to duck a tiny bit. You may not be able to see me over here. I'm not sure. I can't tell what the camera sees. I've got the camera kind of focused on the back side of this weld here. So we're just going to fire it up and do it. This is welding really good. See, this sucks right here. I ran out of rod. Dang it. So I had to stop anyway. I had about 2 inches to go. And I actually need about 10 more amps on the pedal, but we're almost done. So we pull this off of here. I'm gonna crank that up. This polish stuff welded really good. I was really surprised. Yeah, I usually knock the polish off of this stuff when something comes in with some polish on it, but this video, the video kind of makes it look different. Not as good as it really looks by the naked eye, but I'll have to ask Tanner where this tube come from, because I'd like to know. It welded really good. So I'm gonna pull this off and put this on, and I think I'll just let the camera roll. Get it in a spot here and hang it back up, and then we'll just let the camera fly here while we do this. There. And then I've already got the other holder set for the camera, and I'll put it on to weld this one. Yeah, I had, obviously I didn't have enough rod, or if I'd have had a little more amperage, it might have helped. I needed about 10 more amps, and the turntable speed was just a hair too fast. But that's the way it goes. If I had about 3 of these to do, you could really get the speed dialed in pretty easy. But it'll be all right. So I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to clamp it the same way. I'm going to measure it real quick to get it kind of centered up. It's pretty close. I'm going to clamp it right there. I'm going to loosen this up. Too much. Welding this kind of stuff on the turntable is really fun. It's quicker than like on the bench, weld it, stop, rotate it, turn it or whatever by hand or in a vise or something. The rotary turntable makes it pretty nice. There, get this clamp down. Get my armrest back. I've got this thing set on 10, which is full speed, and that's not what we want. But I'll just do a little dry running. Just kind of fake it like here, like you're really welding it, and then just start dialing the speed back. You can eyeball it and kind of get a feel. On that first tube, I missed it. I misjudged what I needed or wanted, but. And I'm going to turn the amps up just a little bit too. You just you judge the rod against the tube and the flange and kind of judge the speed at which it's going by. When you do this enough, you can get pretty close. This is really close right here. Okay, I'm going to put some more power on the machine. If I don't bump everything, I got to go around. I'll bump it. give it 15 more amps. Okay, let's move this. I'm just gonna let it keep rolling here. This is real world stuff we're doing. Put that right there. Put my glasses on to see what, oh shit. I just poked my eye with my glasses. That sucks. Well, here's what I did. I went to put my glasses on, I shoved that in my eye, and I think I got an eyelash in my eye. I'm gonna go check it out. I'll be back. So here's what I did. I went to put these on my face like this, and I missed. And I put this earlobe dealie right at my eyeball. Boom! And not recommended. I thought I got a eyelash or something in there, but no, I just slammed my eyeball with this. See that? Just poked it right in there. That's not the place for it. It doesn't belong in there. And now I feel my eyeball kind of a throb, boom, boom, boom. But there's nothing in there. I'll survive. Let's try this again. I gotta spin this around. I gotta stop it. Let's turn it. Okay, let's try this again without shoving the glasses in my eyeball. I'll get a fresh piece of rod. I'm still pretty tickled about that polished piece, how good it welded. I will get with Tanner before I post this video and find out where he got it. I'm very curious. I usually get my stuff from Wolf. Sometimes it welds good, sometimes it don't. This looks like it might be a piece from Wolf, but Tanner's gonna polish it up and it'll look good anyway. This is the turbo end on this flange here. It's a reducer, but it's going the other way. It's going from the turbo out to 4-inch, so it's kind of a transition, you could call it. Opposite of reducing, whatever the opposite of reducing is. It's a nice piece. Motion makes some good pieces. I think I've got the same one for my turbo. Okay, I'm going to start and stop on the back here. It's in there nice and tight, and I'm not going to put any tacks on it. We're just going to weld it. again. Here we go. Nope. Okay. Bam! Turn the speed up here and pull this off. Check this out. Oop, too close. Yep. Focus isn't very good here. Back off a little bit. Let me back off. There we go. A couple times there I got my tungsten in the puddle. Tanner will clean that up when he polishes this up. Yep, this stuff is just fun to do, man. I really like doing this stuff. That's it for this. I got one more thing we're gonna weld, but it's on his intake manifold on the elbow, and I'll do a whole separate video on that. So this is done. This looks good. It'll clean up real nice. So there'll be some more pieces that connect this to that. That's the throttle body. This is the turbo. So there's another chunk of tube with a couple joints between here. So we'll get after those later after he has them fit up.